What happened to my audio? Johnson Emmanuel, thank you. How you doing? Johnson, answer the question. How you doing? You people, how you doing? Answer. Okay, Johnson usually would answer. The likes of Osagovo will not answer, or Mary Kimade, how you doing? I usually would expect an answer when I ask, how you doing? All right, thank you very much. My name is Emma. It's good to be back on here. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. It's a good day and a good time for us to review the papers together. Osage Daddy, how you doing? Good morning to you too. Osagovo, good morning to you too. Okay, good morning to each and every one of you. Let's run into the papers of today. To my panelists, how you doing? Thank you for being thank you for always, thank you for joining us, participating. Thank you for coming here to read the papers. It's good to read the papers together. All right, but please, before you click on the link, do well to like the broadcast. You could also support us before you click on the link. All right, thank you very much. No, sir, good morning to you, sir. How you doing? Yes, Johnson, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Thank you very much. Mr. Vi Maxwell, how you doing? It's good to have you on the broadcast. Oh, thank you. I feel like standing up and doing a 360 speed for you, Mr. Vi Maxwell, but let me just keep sitting down. And how is the beautiful region of Bongatanga? How is it this morning? It feels and smells so much like Christmas. So here we go. Merry Christmas in advance. This Christmas, we're gonna get this Christmas together, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, my amazing panelists, thank you for being on here. To the viewers, thank you for being on here. I mean, because you give me a reason to come on here and joyfully share the papers regardless. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, let's move into the papers. Let's see what our lawmakers, let's see what the nation is saying. Our first paper for today is going to be the nation. And on the nation, we have here Unduka Obiagbena, hypocritical grandstanding on public morality. All right. The nation doesn't seem to have so much today. We have another story that says National Assembly worried over stalled constitution review. 5 killed in attack on another INEC office in Southeast. 2 policemen, 3 attackers dead in crossfire. Hype behind attack, says police. Tinubu gets Dakari title in Bini Gwari. On PDP crisis, Wike Okowa Otom in airport drama. Governors in hide and seek. 6.5 billion naira project inaugurated in Makodi. Ondo indigenes to Senate don't surrender to blackmail over NDDC nominees. All right. Oh dear. I was hoping we'll be having this constitution talk on one of the chats where we have plenty of time to discuss it, but it looks like it sees it here in the papers already. We just have to go on ahead to have this conversation on our constitution. So I brought this story many weeks ago on how there's been 44 reviews has been made proposed into the constitution, but it needs the signatory, the approval of some state, at least over 3/3 of the governors of states are needed to approve it before it is signed into the constitution. And now we have that much more than that has not. And that's why we have one of the stories says National Assembly worried over stalled constitution review. And this review has a few of them has to do with state policing. So, at the end of the day, where would they blame Buhari, blame Buhari? I mean, let's look at the picture here, right? State policing that they are clamoring for, that some people are clamoring for. Some governors they've sat on it to make sure that it doesn't happen. And that's why they've been saying, why don't all the governors come together? Why don't all the governors come together and pursue this cause? And you're wondering why other governors are keeping quiet. This bill has been passed, but they are refusing to acknowledge it. They are refusing to do the needful. And now okay, we have that in another story, extensive. Okay, but since we're already talking about it, let's just go on ahead. And now Nass is saying to reps, is saying to the governors, beg your state legislators, talk to your state legislators so that this can be approved, it can be signed, so they can get their signatory on it and we can move. There are 44 amendments, 44, and the governors are sitting on it. All right, let's see. Well, as we have it here, there's been another attack on INEC office in Southeast. This time around, two policemen, three attackers lost their lives to the attack. We'll move on. We shouldn't be moving on from this story. With the Southeast in our be the dwelling place, for things like this, and the threat that what would be of these people come the election? Would they not order a sit at home on the election day? Okay, now there's a PDP crisis here that involves Wike, Okowa, Otom, and Atiku in airport drama. So, Otom went to pick Wike, or went to pick, was expecting Wike, so we went to the airport to pick up Wiki. To pick up Wiki. I mean, it's G, right? And on getting to the airport, he noticed that there's this entourage and all that. I was wondering, who is coming into my state that I do not even know? Well, then he got to know that Okowa just arrived. And he went to meet Okowa and welcomed him into the state and said, but you're coming into my state and you didn't even let me know. At least I would have been able to welcome you properly. Just as they were talking, Wike's plane landed and Okowa left. Otom went to greet Wike and left, and just stormed out of the place. And not so long ago, Atiku also landed. And Otom, what it almost looked like. So people misconstrued that to be that, the G5 are about to reconcile, with their principal, and they've come to state that that's just what happened. They're not. This is not the reconciliation that he didn't even know that Otom and he didn't even know that Okowa and Atiku were going to be in town. It just happened. I was just there for Wiki. But how do you go to another person's state and, well, politics, right? All right, we'll move on to another paper. We don't have any other story on here. So we'll move on to another paper. Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much. Good morning to you too, Mama. Thank you for being on the broadcast. Fred, hi. How you doing? Thank you for being on the broadcast. It's good to have you here. Thank you very much. We'll move on to another story. On here, let's see what other story we have to take. Let's go to Tribune. On Tribune, we have CBN's cash withdrawal limits illegal. 5 million naira is threshold recognized by law, and that's from Falana. Atiku Tambuwa to meet Otom in Benue before Christmas. Drama at airport as Okowa Wike land minutes apart. Relief as federal government removes barriers on Lagos Ibadan expressway construction site. All right, and just beneath the nameplate, there is another systematic attack. INEC cries out as gunmen set fire on Imo office, police kill 3. Yeah, we have EFCC moves sale of forfeited assets to Abuja, Benin, Port Harcourt. Adeleke is set to prosecute illegal mining syndicates. Constitution review. Nass begs governors not to kill 44 proposed legislations. Put VAT on exclusive list, Elbufai tells Nass. Camel flu. This is an amber alert. Camel flu. Health authorities issue warning as World Cup fans returns home. And here we have fuel scarcity. Federal government should consider deregulation in phases. Major oil marketers are saying that, hi, FFK Hungry Man, hello to you. How you doing? Thank you for being on this broadcast. Please, 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 as you come in, I won't say sit quietly because I want you to give submissions, but please, let's choose our language, our words carefully, and also please like the broadcast. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see what story to take here. The camel flu, and now this is for those that are living the World Cup. They are saying that, oh dear, hey. So we have camel flu out there, and there's a warning. Health authorities are issuing warning to World Cup fans that are returning home from Qatar. Please do what when it comes. The symptoms are, of course, there's gonna be fever in it, but there's no cure for it right now. There are no cures right now. But the doctors will be able to. Nah, with people will be say they get enough doctors. Well, I'm sure if you can travel out for Qatar to go watch the World Cup, you can as well also afford it. Well, wherever the entire world, there is no cure for it right now. They're saying, please do well to manage yourself. And the doctors, if you contact it, they can only manage the symptoms, manage it from doing as much damage, but no cure. So please do well to protect yourself. And also issuing out warning that while you are there, I think this one is even coming in a bit late. Be careful of the kind of when you go for mammal sightseeing, you go into the zoo and all of that, and coming in contact with animals basically. And also they are saying that don't eat food, meat, that is not thoroughly cooked. It has to be thoroughly cooked and all of these advices. But I mean, World Cup will be rounding up very soon, right? And this advice is coming now. Well, it is not too late. It is not too late. So please, if you are just coming in from there, please watch yourself for the sake of your loved ones. I beg. And this one, that there are no more, the traveling restrictions has just been taken off or taken over. No more. There's no need for the COVID-19 letter result and all of that anymore. And now we are having this, so we are going to be having those hectic traveling restrictions again because of this. And I hope not, but let's do the needful with this information that we have on here. So Adeleke and Oyetola. Okay, looks like these ones will be taking over with them the Wike. Adeleke is accusing Oyetola's government of clearing the state house in Abuja, saying that they came in, there are no chairs, the TVs are not where they should be, the fridge, the cars, that all of these things they've picked, they've taken out of this. And Adeleke, please face governance. Face governance. Have you started looking at the one that deals with the people of Osun State? Yes, governance. They do check. Leave it. They don't carry on. They don't carry on. Go. Ah, you are going to use your first. Yeah, does he want to use his first term or the first 100 days to be all right? And but surprisingly or deemingly, what Oyetola responded was saying, "Are you there for governance? Are you actually going to do what you are there for? You want to go about checking, looking for television and cars and looking at what is in the house or not?" But such a response, I said it yesterday that the brazen nature of the ex-governor of Osun State, Oyetola, to even come out and lie or say, at this point, we don't even know who is lying, to say that he has paid pensioners, he has paid the debt he met, he's owing no salary, he's owing nothing. And pensioners are still owing them, owing Adeleke's government, saying that they have not been paid. At this point, who person who is lying and who is saying the truth? Okay, Hungry Man is asking, how difficult is it to secure these INEC offices? Honestly, honestly. And how are they getting these weapons? If states are struggling, governors are struggling, to get firearms. Talking about governor, I just remembered Hope Uzodinma. All right. They are getting this one. They said they were using grenade. They were throwing grenades into the buildings through the fence. They're just driving around in their vehicles and throwing it into the fence, and but the security details on ground were up and doing. They went after them, but sadly, 2 police officers lost their life to that incident. I mean, and this thing keeps happening. One would think they've secured they've secured the perimeters. One would think that, but it looks like this is it. It looks like this is it. But we cannot continue like this. Now, what are you people turning Nigeria into? All right, let's see. Okay, we've taken the story on the camel. Let's see what other story. Yes, on the constitution review. I took that story already. The Nass are begging the governors not to kill the 44 proposed legislations and asking. I see that they've not gone through the list and to see that this list are supposed to be for the good intent of Nigerians, and they're wondering why they are not. You have a president who is the house. Everybody is pushing for this. Just do things the right way, and talking about doing things the right way. This brings us to Falana. Yeah, Falana. He is saying that he will sue the Apex Bank CBN if they go on ahead with the cash withdrawal limit. That it is illegal, it is not constitutional, not by the law. That the federal, he is not saying that it is not a good move. He's only saying, let us not, be lawless in the country. If the law states this already, then let's change it. Let's change the law to accommodate this one, and not, breaking the law, that they should stop encouraging, in a nutshell. But he's saying, and we know Falano. We know that Falano is going to go ahead with this, but let's see how this turns out. But let's try to toe the right path, right? Let's try to toe the right path. And now another group, NCPC, has come out to say that reps and lawmakers and everyone, anybody that is against this move, does not have the good intent of Nigerians at heart, because this is a good move. It should not be questioned. And why are, the reps, the lawmakers, why are they running everywhere? Why are they shaking? Why is this shaking them? That this law, or this withdrawal limit that has just been proposed, will take effect from February 2023. It is not even, it's not going to go into effect right now. It is still next year, but they're already fighting it and making sure that it doesn't see the light of day. And they're calling on Nigerians to do better, of course, to do better when picking their lawmakers going forward. But they are saying that this should stay. This should stay. All right. Atiku Tambuwa to meet Autumn in Benue before Christmas. Now, this had nothing to do with the meeting I told you about yesterday. This is a proposed meeting that is to happen. Let's see, and hopefully that happens. But how? Now, well, you people in PDP, I don't understand. You people are here in the papers making it look like you're clamoring for peace, but you're going to this person's state and you're not even saying nothing to the person. And all of you are in the same party. Ha. May Nigeria not be further divided as PDP, because it looks like that is what will happen if these people get. How can you not resolve what is happening in your own home? At least you are going to a state, you are going to Okowa state, you are going to Otom state. So what will stop you from, letting him know that you are going to? Probably you don't need all that executive welcome and greeting and all that, but you see, apart from being your party man, is the governor of that state. Let's see how this plays out. I really don't see. I really don't know how. I'm sure even they too, they don't see the end of this PDP crisis with the G5, with the G5 governors. Let's see what other story we have here. Yes, federal government has taken off the barriers on Lagos Ibadan Expressway, and I truly do hope that it will bring so much relief. Like, the relief should be seen, it should be effected. People should get home earlier than usual. People should, there should be a sigh of relief when they pass that road going forward. All right, that's as much as we have on Tribune today. Yeah, that's as much as we have on Tribune today. We'll move on to another paper. But before we do so, I hope you're taking out time to like this broadcast. If you haven't, please take out time to like this broadcast. Please take out time to, support us. Take out time to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Take out time to turn on your notification bell, like our every broadcast, to be involved, and also engage us by clicking on the super thanks option just beneath the screen. For those watching the replay, please do well to click on the super thanks. Thank you very much. And also, you have the option of supporting us by the means of doing a transfer to our account, and that's the details on the screen. Please, thank you as you engage and you support us. Thank you very much. All right, let's move on to another paper. Next paper is going to be the Punch. Yes. On the Punch, we have withdrawal limits. POS operators, Falano head for court. Gbajabiamile, this man's name, let's just call him Gbaja. Fourth Emefeli. Gbajabiamila. Gbajabiamila fault Emefiele. Here we have politicians buying PVCs from voters, INEC alleges. Medical tourism go up $6.23 million in 8 months, says reports. Why you people bringing it out here? You people should call who you want to call. How the 6.23 trillion million dollars from who? I'm sure the president and some people that we know, they added greatly to this medical tourism out there. Look at all this money that went outside. All right, by the nameplate, we have National Assembly says constitution amendment may fail, blames states. INEC PDP offices raised, scores killed in Southeast. Kaduna. Politicians sponsoring attacks on INEC offices, says Uzodinma. Gunmen soldiers clash in Ebonyi. Soldiers comb communities, attack villages. Military invades volatile Kaduna local government areas. Traders, artisans, civil servants flee as gunmen enforcing sit-at-home invade Abakaliki markets market bonds. Here we have false scarcity. Marketers kick against NNPCL imports monopoly. FDI dropped by 59% in 11 years. That's by World Bank. The picture story you have there would be the Lagos State Governor and his deputy having just collected the reprinted. I hope that is Hamzat. That's Hamzat. Reprinted PVC as INEC begins distribution. Yes, this is a call to each and every one of you, for each and every one of you to please do well to go get your PVC. All right, so go get your PVC. It is out. It is out there. I also got this information that I wanted to share with each and every one of you. This information is to help you know how to go about your PVC collection. I'll be bringing that shortly. Now, this withdrawal limit is said to greatly affect POS operators. If you don't know POS operators, these are like the mini banks that we use. You want some money and you want some cash. You don't want to have to go to the ATM. You go to this people who have this small machine, or they have these gadgets they use, and they give you cash. Now, then when they started, you could have it's ranged from 1,000 to 10,000 naira for 100 naira. Then for anything above 10,000 to, I think, 20,000 is 200, like that. But now some places from 1,000 to 5,000 is excuse me, from 1,000 to 5,000 is now like 100 naira. Some places 200. Now when you want to transfer, I want to try to give you a breakdown why I think even these POS people should be scrapped. Now, let's say you want 10,000 naira, you get to pay 200 naira. Okay, you should be able to do away with that. Meanwhile, when you go to the bank, you are charged 65 naira for withdrawal. They still do that 65 naira, even though they say they have stopped it, but some transactions, you still have it on there. So that's happening. Now, when you want to use this POS to get money, or you want to send money to somebody, you want to send, say, 50,000 naira to somebody. Now, they get to charge you, 200 naira per 10,000 naira. So whatever it is you want to, whatever it is you, however amount you want to send, you get to be charged 200 naira for anything from 10,000 naira below, and anything above, you get charged much more than that. Now, when you want to send money to someone, you don't want to go to the bank, your account has a problem, you could just walk into any of those POS centers, give it to them. They charge you for that. And now they don't give you, they tell you that they cannot send money. You have to cash the money first before they send it. Now you pay money on each figure above 10,000 naira, that amount. And when you want to send it, you are still going to be paying. So at the end of the day, you are paying twice for a service. We are just saying that they are just cashing out. It's a rip-off also. So I do not even stand for this report. Although this is what many people, especially the youth, have engaged themselves in. And although there is this, yes, of course, there's money in the business, and you get to say one or two from the business. And so people have used it to have so many. SARS, this center here, they've used it to have from one place. And it's beautiful to see that hustling spirit from Nigeria, or by Nigerian youth. All you need is probably like an umbrella, a shade, right, and a table. Some is just a shade and a table, and probably a drawer where you can have your money or your bag. That's how they start, and then they begin to construct some things, and you're having a proper shop, and yeah, they're having it in different places. One person is having, I have two here, I have three, I have in this market, they're employing people, and people are picking up from it. That's good to see, but I wish that can be regulated. That can be regulated. So it is estimated that 1.8 million people will be thrown out of job if this withdrawal limit, stands. So there's like a huge divide. But as they say that, there has to be great sacrifices to be made. If the banking sector can, if the banking sector, the government will look for ways to, channel these people. If this even goes away, another one is still going to come. Yes, another one is still going to come. But then probably we wouldn't have had, people would not support this move if, let's say, greed. I think I would like to call it greed, or they started playing smart, and you know how they say when something goes up in Nigeria, it doesn't come down, and they decided to leave it at that. And one of the reasons why that went up to that, got to that place is because sometimes when you want to do direct transfer with your card, the network is bad. So these people were at a loss. Yeah, they were at a loss. So is it in the time of fake alerts, when fake alert was just right there on the rise and all of that? They were at a loss. But now this honestly, this withdrawal limit, it has just divided. There's a divide on that. Falana intends to head for court, speaking for the POS people, and also saying that it is not constitutional. But Gbajabiamila and the other political parties, of course, I am not speaking in any way for those people. Let's move on to politicians buying PVCs from voters. Now, with the process and with the modus operandi, you would wonder, what do you want to do with these PVCs? Since people still needs to thumbprint, right, for validation. People need to drop their thumbprint, use their thumbprint for validation, and not the card itself, but the thumbprint for validation. And now expose or has come to know that they are getting these PVCs in areas, they are buying these PVCs in areas that they are not popular, so that it doesn't ruin their chances of you that have the PVC. I mean, surely they don't get the PVC, they don't buy from you. There are chances of you using it, and they know that if you will not be voting for them, at least you will not be voting for any other person. So do you understand why you should not sell your PVC? Do you understand how much power that is in that PVC of yours? They are not going to use it to vote. They're not going to use it to sit down somewhere and start casting votes somewhere. No, they're not going to use it for that. They will just to increase their own chances, to reduce the chances of any other party getting it much more than them. More. Hmm. You people don't sell your PVC. If you have people that are selling their PVC, please do not to sell your PVC. Keep your PVC. If you have gone through all of this process to get your own one, then you shouldn't be selling it. You should be keeping it. These are the same people that you are voting for. We have 44 proposed amendments for the constitution that would favor us, that would help us fight the insecurity in our state. But these people are not doing it, but they are out there buying your PVCs, and they sell your PVC because of 5,000 naira, or because of 10, or because of any amount you are buying your PVC. Everything happening in the country now, just know that whatever you are doing, if you are still selling your PVC, if you are whatever you are doing, you are among the people, it's going to be on you. This shouldn't be so. And it should be a criminal offense for anybody's PVC to be found on anybody. It should be a criminal offense. I should have no business owing my sister's PVC. I should be arrested if I am found with my sister's PVC. I should be arrested. How much more when you are seeing different tribes, different ethnic group, different this thing on somebody and nobody's saying anything. Should be arrested. They should be arrested. And even the person that the PVC is dead, that the person too should be arrested. If your PVC is missing, go and make a complaint at the police station. Else you would have no excuse when you are found. You are one of the people. Yes, you are of course you are one of them. Of course, and the law should deal with these people. And now who is there to implement the law? And with the burning, the arson, the everything happening with INEC's office. All right, let's see. We've taken some of the stories on here. There's been another fire raised in the southeast and also in Kaduna. Yeah, concerns have been raised that people might, initially there's someone that they say is Simon Ekpa, and I went to this so-called Simon Ekpa is somebody that is not even in Nigeria, who went on ahead before then to say that there's a 5-day sit at home, gave dates. The date was read out here in the papers. I read the date out here in the papers, but IPOB came out and said no, they did not say anything like that. But that 5 days, as it has been carried out. So what happens on that election day when they tell people don't come out and the government have not shown these people that I can protect you? And the governor of Imo State, Sir Hope Uzodinma, you are a shameless man. See the way they are killing your people. You are coming out to say politicians. Can't you mention their names? Who are the politicians? Who are the politicians sponsoring people on INEC office in your state? And you are there saying politicians. Not be your mates with the politicians. See the way you have cowered yourself. You are there saying politicians. See the way they are killing your people. You want to be a governor to who? Are these not the people that you should be governing? So my panelists, good day to you. Thank you for being on the broadcast. I'm just giving a shout out to you. Let's take the sun. This will be our last paper, and then we would move on to submission properly. Thank you. If you're just joining, welcome to the broadcast. All right. On the sun, we have here. Okay, on the sun we have here constitution. Okay, we are still going to be saying it's still the same thing. Let's see any paper that we've not taken yet. Uzodinma fingers politicians for INEC office attack. Can you imagine? All right, fire scare of defense headquarters Abuja. Constitution review. Nass leaders beg governors explain why ongoing amendment is important. Rep Speaker expresses doubts over completion before end of ninth assembly. Okay, let's see what other story we are. I just had to take that again. I just had to take that again about the constitution review that the governors are sitting on and they refuse for it to happen. And this has been on, we've taken the story twice already, and this is the third time it is coming up in the papers. And this is the same thing that we have been clamoring for, that we need a review in our constitution. How our people have sold us for what? Over what? All right, let's see. Call for suspension of new CBN policy, economic sabotage, says CNPP. Adeleke and Oyetola's men trade tackles over Abuja Lord looting. We were not consulted on Electoral Act amendment, says Chief Judge. On NTAS, Lagos begins reconstruction of destroyed courts. All right, that's all the stories that we have here. I wanted to share an update on INEC. Please let me quickly take that before we move on properly to submissions. The breakdown on the PVC distribution. All right, so this is a notice of PVC collection for those that has not collected. Breakdown of the collection is from December 12th to 22nd of December. PVCs are to be collected at local government INEC office. From 12th, which was yesterday, all through to 22nd of December 2022, PVCs are to be collected at your local government INEC office. And then from 6th of January to 15th of January 2023, PVCs are to be collected at your ward. Please take note of this. PVCs are to be collected at your ward from 16th of January to 22nd of January 2023. PVCs are to be collected at INEC office, and that would be the last time on this PVC issue. So December 12th to 22nd will be collected at INEC office. From 6th to 15th, INEC will be coming out. They've employed over they'll be having over they have over 8,000 staffs and centers where you can, identify your ward and get your PVC from your ward, which is closer to you. I mean, that's where you'll be going to vote on that day, which is closer to you. So identify your ward and go and collect your PVC. But from 16th of January to 22nd of January 2023, PVCs will be back at INEC office, and that is where you'll be collecting. Please note that after 22nd of January 2023, there will be no disbursement of PVCs going forward. So please do not say I have time. No, you do not have time, sir. You do not have time, ma. Start now. Make out time. It is very, very important that you get your PVC. We need to start. We can't just be doing the talking now. We need to start working that talking that we've been talking. Now is about time, to put in the work. So please take out time. Please take out time. Go get your PVC and do not sell your PVC. Do not for any, if you are not sure of where or of who to vote for, please still hold on to your PVC. Don't worry, me, I'll be praying for you. You'll make up your mind very soon, but please do not sell your PVC. Do not sell your PVC. All right, that's as much as we have on our newspaper review. Thank you so very much. All right. Okay. Let's take few submissions on here. Johnson says they should look for another job. Nigeria must move forward, and this has to do with the withdrawal limits. Yes, they should look for another job. Nigeria will move forward. Yes, Nigeria must move forward. All right, Johnson. Thank you for that. Okay, brother Nice, how you doing? It's good to have you on here. Good day to you, sir.
Shalom, everyone. Yeah, good morning, Miss Ima.
Thank you,
Are
sir.
you? Yeah. Are you? I said, how are you doing?
Brother Nice, I am very fine. It smells like Christmas over here. I feel like a little child. I'm fine.
Good, good, good. Enjoy your day and enjoy your Christmas. Eh, So,
Sorry,
shalom
brother.
to
No. Sorry, please
yeah,
let me quickly take this. Engineer Samuel, good day to you, sir. But please, you need to give permission to your mic and to your cam so that I can accept you. So please fix that so I can accept you. Give permission. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, brother. Nice. Please go ahead.
yeah. I would like to leave the my space for Mr. NCBD for now. Let me rush and finish what I'm doing, and I will be back. Miss Ima.
All right, brother. Nice. All right, brother. Nice. Mr. NCBD, how
Okay.
you doing? Good morning to you, sir. It's good to have you on the broadcast.
Yes, good morning, Mrs. Ima, the panelists, Vine, and Engineer Samuel, everyone listening. Good morning. Um, yeah, uh, yeah, I think it's just like you have read quite a number of topics there. I think the one that stands out for me is this issue of INEC facilities again. Um, when we are talking about anything that has to do with IPOB and alleged IPOB kind of activity, yeah, sometimes I usually tell people just kind of try to just remove the emotion first, or tone down any kind of emotion you might have, or let's say preconceived kind of view about what might have happened. So you'll be able to now fully understand what is going on there. The thing is that uh, this whole thing is done by politicians. There's nobody that hates IPOB um, than Hope Uzodinma in Imo State. And if he comes out and tell you that this is politicians, there's no reason to doubt that. That's the same thing. Remember when all those issues of police station being burnt and all that? He came out several times. He said this is done by politicians, but for some reason, even the media of the mainstream media, majority of the mainstream media, most of them were still bent on pushing the narrative that it's IPOP. So who will give you a more valid information than the governor of the state? So what I'm trying to say is this.
For what information has he given? What information has he given?
He has given information. Probably the information is not enough because he needs to name names. He needs to do a proper investigation. People needs to be brought to book. But at least he has pointed you people, everyone, media, whoever, in the direction of where the whole thing is coming from. So what we can hold him account on now is you cannot just tell us that this is done by politicians and you go and you enter inside your state house. You have to be able to mandate the relevant law enforcement the law enforcement agencies and every other thing that you need to do to make sure that you bring these people to book or they are investigated properly. So that's what we need to be talking about. But like even I even saw that news on channels, whatever even channels did not report anything related to IPOB. They said their headline was INEC comes something like attack on INEC office. So they did not, but you see some, obviously some of these newspaper outlets, obviously you find out that they'll just go through with the old formats. That like we have been seeing their reports for over 2 years now, IPOB, IPOB. Some of them, that's what they do because it's very easy to push that narrative. IPOB have come out and said this thing several times. They do not they are not a violent organization. Politicians are capitalizing on the agitation to now kind of make the place, to kind of push their own agenda. And even if you want to talk about this faction of IPOB, what's the name? The one that Simon Ekpa is, heading. The main IPOB do not recognize them anymore. And even that faction is still saying that they are not responsible for that. And even that faction, the only thing I can tell them, the only thing I can even talk to, tell those people about is that since you've known that these people are kind of using your agitation as a cover to perpetrate all this evil, then make sure that all your message must be something that has to do with voluntary. Don't say people must, because when they come out now and they harm those people, they will say that it's your people that are doing it. So that's how they just need to be careful and they have to kind of use more kind of understanding of the terrain and what is happening. But as it is right now, it is clear that these insecurities is being perpetrated by politicians. And if anyone is doubting something like this, then okay, now there's this other one you read. Is it the defense something in Abuja is under has been threatened that it will be burned down? Is it IPOB that is doing that one? And apart from that, this whole thing, sometimes we don't want to accept the fact of what is actually happening on ground. These people have flooded a lot of places in the south, especially in the southeast. They are It's just that sometimes when we say these things, it looks like maybe it's a conspiracy theory. It's not. These people have brought a lot of people into that region to cause a lot of instability there for whatever reason. And that is what some of us have been trying to make everybody see. But some people just feel like IPOB is the easiest people to blame for all these things. And it's deeper than that. It's not a straight line. So that's what we are facing there. Opus Odima have said what is happening, but he has not said enough. He has not done enough to, to stop what is happening. So he needs to really, take responsibility, do things. Don't just tell us politicians are responsible. We need those politicians to be exposed. We need them to be investigated, and we need them to be brought to book. So let me stop there for now. Thank you.
All right, Mr. NCBD, thank you for thank you for your submission. Really, I think I don't see the what Opposite Dima is doing regarding insecurity in his state. Right now would not be a time, right, for anybody to be speaking in parables. No leader, no governor should be speaking in parables. With there's so much bloodshed, so much unrest, and we are racing towards the presidential election. No, now is not a time to say it is this, it is that. Call them out. You are the governor. If you, the governor, cannot call them out, who should? You should be angry. You should not parley with these people. You should not press them, and you should have that information. We cannot say that Hope Ozodama does not know who and who is responsible. So how did he know they're politicians? I'm sure he's got his intel on this.
Mrs. Zima, sorry, I know. Thank you. Just one quick question. You see, or comment. You see, the thing is that Opus Odima, for example, if these things are being perpetrated by people, for example, that are higher than him politically, do you think that he'll be able to to do more than what he's saying right
Then they
now.
should then they should take the insecurity to their own land. How can you not be patriotic to your own people? Those are
You,
your
you
brothers, your sisters, your mothers, your fathers that they are killing, and you say because somebody is higher than you will keep quiet.
That's why I'm saying that our solution, that's why people keep saying that the solution cannot come from these guys, unfortunately. Because if you look at what is happening across the country, it seems like they are able to perpetrate a lot of evil with or without the governor's, notice. So, and unfortunately, it's not supposed to be so. I mean, it's not supposed to be so, but unfortunately, that is how it has been happening across the length and breadth of the country. So the solution, I don't know if I don't think if it can come from these guys. To be honest, these so-called governors everywhere in that country.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for that submission. Chuk says, Oga Chooks, it's good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you for being here. Oga Chuk says, we saw countless videos of herdsmen being transported to southern and eastern Nigeria. On many occasions, the driver was stopped. Driver will say they are transporting sugar and other stuffs. Oh dear. All right, let's move on to someone else. Mr. Vine Maxwell, how you doing, sir? Good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Sister Emma. Good morning to my brother and CBD, Nice, and all my great friends in the comment section. I don't know whether Pansat is there. Good morning to you. If you can hear me, sir. Sister Emma, you see, it is easy, very, very easy for the government to throw their hands in the air and begin to blame someone else. What is the genesis of this? Before Hope Uzodinma was installed in Southeast, let me just say Southeast region, were there violence there before? There were no violence of any sort. The IPOB, as before that time, were doing their their processions, they were doing their demonstration and so on and so forth, but they were still being killed. Now, the imposition of Hope Uzodinma, a man that came forth in a gubernatorial election, is the reason why most of these things are happening there. What made the Supreme Court to pick someone who came forth in an election and throw away the person that came first? That was the beginning of this same problem. How many people came out to speak? Didn't they know as at that time that it's a principle for the so many let me say political upheavals in that state that has spread all over these places. System one more thing, when the attack happened at that prison, 32 Artillery Brigade, Obinze, is not up to 10 kilometers from Douglas House. These people operated for hours at that prison. Inside Douglas House, because I had the opportunity to visit that when I was in active service. You see CCTV cameras that are capable of picking objects from afar. Where are the videos of the CCTV? Were they turned off? So when this man come out now and begin to tell you that this problem is perpetuated by politicians, I think I believe him. I think I believe him, because those that impose him here, if they are the people that are doing it, he will never have the morals or the temerity to stand to their faces and say, no, you can't do this in my own state. He cannot, because just imagine, my sister, someone scored fourth, and because of him, a court, the people voted, and someone scored first. In that examination, there are other people, and you needed only one person. The fourth man was taken by how do I put it so that I will not insult people here, so that nobody will accuse me of being insulting. Someone that came for, okay, let me use this analogy. I don't know how much time I have. The representative of Nigeria that the federal government sent to ICC, International Criminal Court, to represent Nigeria there, they gave them up to test. They gave them up to test. There were 20 of them. They gave them up to test. The Nigerian representative came last. So why didn't the Hague pick him and remove those that came first? You see, when people single-handedly use a medium which you cannot challenge, which is the Supreme Court, to impose a particular candidate on you, irrespective of how that person managed to get there, that person would not have the morality or the strength, the political will or self-will to challenge the hands that put him there. There is something that is going on that we don't know. Remember also, immediately Hope Uzodinma came in there, he was trying to take land for livestock, and the Imo State people stood against it. They stood against it. And before you realize what was happening, people were different characters of kind of people from different places were flourishing at that particular community. And when they begin to confront them, clash came, people were killed. What did the federal government did and the army? They sent helicopter gunship to this particular place, and was throwing bombs, firing and gunship bullets, high caliber bullets on the people. The videos are there. So there is nobody. When it is easier for them, they'll tell, oh, it is IPOB. Have you verified and find out the people that are committing these things? And you are telling IPOB. You see, one thing I will, irrespective of how they term IPOB, Simon Ekpa, or whatever in Nigeria, all I know is that the international community and the United Nations has never proscribed them. And that is a big shame to Nigeria and their system. People are killing. Nigerians are dying on daily basis. There is no food. There is no poverty is way on the top of the roof. They cannot do anything. Look at what you just read now. Governors are stampeding. They are pressing down on state police. The National Assembly is begging them to allow it to pass. Is it not the same people that will come out and begin to tell Nigerians, oh, we want state police. Oh, the governors will do this. Oh, the governors will manipulate it to themselves. In other places, are there no state police? How can you justify, whether something is bad or evil if you did not try it? Do you want to tell me that system, whether maybe you are from Akwa Ibom, if Akwa Ibomites are made to secure their environment, system, do you think that an alien will have the power to come into your state and begin to unleash mayhem on the people that did not do anything? Thank you, and God bless you.
Mr. Vine, thank you very much for that submission. Thank you very, very much. I see each and every one of you on the comment section. Ogachukes, I hear you loud and clear. Mr. Wilfred Ozigbe, I hear you loud and clear. All right. Okay. Somebody said that Hope Uzodinma is warming up because he's looking for a set. Let me look for that. That comment on here. Okay. I can't find that comment on here, but somebody said something. Okay, this is from Ozigbe Wilfred. He says, reason Hope Uzodinma is making all this now is because he's looking towards second term ambition. Now he's even dancing closer to Peter Obi. And he continues the statement saying, Obi should be careful with Hope Uzodinma. They are hypocrites. They are hypocrites the same way they work deceptively to capture Nnamdi Kanu. They are not real. All right. Okay. Fred says, "What are we? We all know this already. What the thing now is, what are we doing about this? What are we going to do about this?" Okay. Please keep the comments coming into my panelists. Let's right state policing. As Mr. NCBD said already, sadly, there is nothing this government, from federal to state to local, there's nothing they can do. Is That's Mr. NCBD's submission. That there's nothing that they can do, not because, but because they are refusing to do it, because they are cowards, because they are wicked, because they are devilish, because why else not? And I'm wondering, when you finish taking down everybody, what do you want to do with the land? To what end is all this incessant killing? Your own people are killing you. Your governors cannot save you. President cannot do anything. The bandits are out there. Imagine two terrorist group are even fighting to own it, to be the one in charge. Can you? I mean, that's even the height of them also talking about this insecurity. All right, let's.
System,
Yes.
system, can I just chip in this? You see, okay, there was an attack on Enugu, and I saw the videos. It is in one of our WhatsApp page. A pregnant woman was giving the narrative, vivid eyewitness account of what these people did. In fact, this pregnant woman said they came with their juju woman. These armed Fulani headers, they came with their own juju woman. The first time I saw that was in Liberia, when a pregnant woman's stomach was split open and the child, the fetus, was taken out of her, and she was left to die. In fact, when these people in Enugu now called the ESN came and rescued them. In fact, they were feeding them with food. Upon all this time, when these people were attacking these people, these innocent villagers, in their house, in their houses, the 82 division in Enugu could not hear them. Do you want to tell me that we are no local government chairman there? No village head? The governor went there and shed tears, crocodile tears. Shame on him that you will sit down there and watch your people. A pregnant woman's stomach was split open and you go there and shed tears. It must surely happen to you and your own family. And immediately the ESN came to save these people and managed to rescue the one they rescued. These same people called the army 82, that same 82 division. And all you see is what Punch wrote there. They entered into that place, show of force, and begin to kill people. That is what the Punch. But Punch did not say how that thing happened that day. They blame it on IPOB. This is I am a living witness as well. When the same thing happened in Southern Kaduna, I was in one mechanized infantry division. That time I was a platoon sergeant. I was called. This same thing happened over there. The people of Southern Kaduna arranged themselves to defend their land. Immediately a call was put through to the DIV. Then the DIV selected people from our own barrack because we were the infantry battalion there. Anything in Kaduna, they will call on us to go and do it. I am telling you what is happening, and it will continue to repeat if Nigerians refuse to tell themselves the truth. They sent me there and went in there. I am not someone that can just go into a situation, gun blazing, and begin to attack people. No. Even if I am bad, I still have at least 30% moral in me from what I learned from my family. When I went there, I started asking questions, doing what we call a fafa. That is why they give me alakali, because I always like to negotiate with them, especially in Hausa. The major tribe there is the tribe they call Tiep people. So when I found out that these Southern Kaduna people, the indigenous of the land, were attacked first and not just once, severally within that week. They couldn't bear it, system, and they decided to retaliate. Immediately, because they knew fully well that if these people retaliate, they won't stand their force. The only thing they did was to call the army to come and put, after committing the heinous crime against these people. And you are not calling the army to come and safeguard you. That is what I saw.
And who are the majority in the army? Did we not see that
Good.
video of that soldier that was showing guns that I don't know he buried that they just
All
brought
right,
and
Mr.
saying
Vine, I'm not sure I can hear you.
You see, these are some of the things. I am still here. These are some of the things. I am telling you a vivid account of what if supposing I allowed myself to be used, I could have done what they are doing right now, as Punch reported. I said I won't, and that was the reason why I left. These things are happening. These people are colluded. The insecurity that is happening in Nigeria today, systema. Don't blame the ordinary people that are finding means to safeguard themselves. It is the Nigerian government that is causing most of this insecurity, because if they stand up, if I can go to Liberia and perform, I go to Sierra Leone and perform, and peace in that very place now, Liberians are living peacefully than those that came there to bring peace to them. And you tell me that the government is not involved? I will align myself with what T.Y. Danjuma said, my former boss. Thank you, and God bless you.
All right, Mr. Vine, thank you very much for that submission. Mr. NCBD, you wanted to chip in before I move on to Brother Nice?
yeah, yeah, I'm saying that like what Brian Maxwell said, this whole thing is not. That's why I keep on telling our people, please, this thing is not a straight line. We are under attack. I don't know. This is called a pseudo. It's called pseudo. I think by Maxwell can give us more light on that. This is a war that is fought indirectly. Our people is under attack, and these people have invaded a lot of places in the south. Not just the south, and for this argument we say the south, but we know that this whole thing is widespread across the country. Before what happened in Enugu, somebody recorded how people were coming down from an helicopter in some remote part of Enugu. They don't know who those people are. They don't know if they are soldiers. They don't know nothing. Can soldiers just come unannounced? So, and they were saying that these people are coming, these people are coming. Few weeks later, we heard of those attacks in Enugu. So our place is under attack, and the whole thing is that the media, the mainstream media, is not helping matters. They can't, because they are obviously they cannot report the truth. They'll be shut down immediately. So now they are even using them to make sure that they pin this narrative on IPOB. And it's just quite unfortunate. Is like as we said, Opus Odinma himself, this man is their tool. Is their tool. How can a tool fight against the person using him? So what can he do? This whole thing has to be done by people. Unfortunately, we don't like to say that, but that's how it seems that the only way that people can defend themselves. People have to just defend themselves.
All right. Thank you for that submission, Mr. NCBD. Brother Nice, are you ready for us? Okay, let's take a few comments on here. Fred
Yeah.
Wim says, how come he's not killing Fulani in the north? Just a noise maker. All right, let's see. Chuk says, when there's killing in a state, governors will say they can't order police, that only federal government can order police. But when governors need police to do with ease or with ease or residents, with what Buhari has done to Nigeria, they will never allow another tribe to come in and stop whatever gains they have made since the last 7 years. Okay, all right. Fred says, organize yourself and fight back defensively and offensively. No, I think the youth in this community should be really offended. But these are people who have weapons. Have we seen their weapons? Oh dear. Yes, this is, I
Miss
think,
Ima, I'm here.
And guess
I'll
what,
come
Ima?
to you.
When the local people organize themselves, they will send the army to them. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just
Now,
like you're doing if you
even
do
the
and you're
oppressors,
doing
even the oppressors, the ones with the weapons, I mean, you can't even approach them because they are shooting from afar. There's a video I saw this morning on Twitter, and my God, I don't know where that happened, but I know they were speaking in Igbo language, and it had to do with the IPOB, and you had people on the floor. It was so bloody. So I'm sure there are people who had even trying to, but this is where the the governor is supposed to step into the situation, and he's there talking like a baby, saying that politicians. That's a very lame thing. It should rather keep quiet and not say nothing. It should be exactly. It should be offended. It should be greatly offended. But because he has no love for his people, sadly so. Sadly so, he has no love for his people. All these places where these things are happening, they have no love for their people. They have love for the money. That's all. They have no love. They are not there to serve the people. Let us open our eyes and take people that will serve us. Let us have humble people there. We're not going to put humble people there. You are going about, come on. What do we expect? It's about time we change the entire status quo. The entire status quo. During election day, during the 2015 election or 2014 election, that Tinubu had, was it 2 billion vans in his house? Nobody's saying nothing until the ordinary man who is just and can do the job rises up and indicates interest, and we can push him. I think until then we are not ready. If we have to keep shaking hands and going to have all these meetings and giving people transport fare, Nigerians, please, let's do better. Fred has been asking, so what is the way out? What is the way out? That will be our last submission on the broadcast. So please join, follow us all through to the end, and do also like this broadcast if you are yet to. Also, please take our time to support us by clicking on the dollar sign to the right on the comment section. Or you could also use our account details to, do a direct transaction into our account. This on the screen. Please do what to engage this. If you're watching the replay, lost too, please do what to support us by clicking on the super thanks just beneath the screen. Thank you very much. Thank you for engaging us. Thank you for being here. Thank you very much. We appreciate your time on here with us. All right, Brother Nice, let's have your submission, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, when you called me, I was trying to click my microphone. So it's my microphone that delayed. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, greetings, my fellow panelists and those on the comment section. Yeah, Mr. NCBD, I want to ask you, UGM and the ESN and the Ebubeagu in Lollywan Southeast, don't you think that there will be conflict among these people? NCBD.
But why valid? But you're not including all the armed groups, including the illegal and the criminal ones.
What is the meaning of
okay,
UGM in the first place?
For example, UGM is not a group. UGM is criminal. They are criminals. They are not maybe fighting for any agitation. Unknown gunmen is being reported all across the length and breadth of the country nowadays. So UGM don't group them as some kind of group that is fighting for something. No. If you talk about ESN, we already know what they're all about. If you talk about
that one is Eastern Security Network. We know about that.
Yes. If you talk about Ebubeagu, that is also a kind of a group that is formed by is it Opus Odima and Devumai as some kind of vigilante, but people don't agree with the way they are conducting their own duties. So UGM is not a group. Unknown gunmen is when people go and carry out an attack and they don't know who those people are. They'll call them unknown gunmen.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, what I will say is that
very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. You see, when you look at the ESN, the ESN came as a result of the killings and the lackadaisical behavior of the governors from the southeast to protect their people in the wave of those attacks, from armed Fulani herdsmen. So they put it, and you can see what happened within those. The videos are there for everybody to see. The Bubago was a shameful organization. They prepared to counter the ESN. And the ESN are not in the towns. They are in the forest. They never come in the to the town to do anything. The unknown gunmen In fact, my brother, don't be surprised. What you see unknown soldiers, when soldiers commit something because they didn't see them, they say they are unknown soldiers. The same thing these people are doing. And remember that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, before he was kidnapped, said he had his position known on the unknown government and the
You know the
activities.
solution to all those things, Mr. Maswell. Thank you. I understand.
Thank you.
Yeah. The solution to all those things is for us to have a competent government, strong institution, that we can have a strong security outfit, police and mobile police and military that can secure the full country, so that all those outfits that they have put in place that is causing chaos, all of them need to be scrapped, so that Southeast will have peace. That's all I can say about that. Misima, you were talking about some governors were against reviewing of the constitution, right? Misima?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes,
Yes.
go ahead, yes.
Yeah. You said they were against it. So if all those governors are against reviewing of the constitution, meaning that they are profiting from the constitution then, because maybe the constitution gives them a lot of advantage to steal Nigerian money. That is why they don't want the constitution to be reviewed.
And it also, and one of the acts to be amended is to allow for state policing, and this is something that we need daily, and it's been there for a long time, and they are refusing to. So it's true that these people, governors also, they are watching their people being killed for their own gain. That's what I'm saying, that they don't love their people. Else they would have implemented this already. Else all of the old governors would be clamoring and asking for this change. But instead, this is here already. National Assembly has passed it. Just talk to state legislators to approve of it, but they're refusing to.
Yeah, because they are benefiting with the constitution. This is the reason. Before, I was against a reviewing of this constitution, but now I think I will align with Mr. Maswell that always clamoring for reviewing of this constitution. So I think they should do it, because these governors, as far as they stand against it, if they stand against something,
but nice. I say total withdrawal of that 1999 constitution, because it's anti-old Southern Nigeria, including you and I.
Not only Southern Nigeria, it's the full Nigeria. You know, it's only the Fulani that is benefiting this constitution. So this constitution need to be amended. They need to look into this constitution. I thought before, I used to say that is not our problem, but now, as far as those governors are standing that they refuse to review this thing for the constitution to be amended, meaning that these people are benefiting from this constitution, because all these governors, anything that does not benefit them, they don't stand against it. You understand? So they need to do something about this constitution right now. You understand? So that everybody will have peace. You know, let the way the Nigeria is even going right now. If Peter Obi don't become the next president of this country, let everybody go their own way. That's what I'm seeing right now. Because it's just the way it is now. It's just some group of people that call themselves the elite. They are just benefiting the country, the resources of the country, while ordinary people are just suffering. So, for everybody to have peace, so that everybody will live with their resources, let everybody go their own way. That's all. That is where I would say the Southeast people, I will stand with them when it comes to that time. If they don't allow Peter Obi to become the next president of this country, they don't want unity to restore back to Nigeria. Let everybody go their own way. Let everybody manage their resources. Very simple. Thank you, Ms. Sima.
All right, Brother Nice. Thank you for your submission. Thank you very much. In light of the season that we are in, the Christmas season, if you check out there on the internet, it is white Christmas everywhere, and the snow. Honestly, what a time! Well, I know maybe it's a blessing. Maybe it's a blessing. I am cold-blooded, so I don't see any blessing in being in the cold. All right. Maybe there's a blessing in that, right? But to every Nigerian out there, right? We have it really good back here at home. We've been blessed with sunlight. We've been blessed with oil. We've been blessed with gold. We've been blessed with fertile ground. Please be let us be very deliberate. Let us be very intentional, right? Into picking the next leader, the next pilot of this ship called Nigeria. Let us come to your vote count. You, yes, you, this one person. Every one person votes count. And that is why they are buying your PVC. They're not going to use your PVC to cast a vote. They're just going to make sure you don't vote. That's just to show you how much your vote counts. Your vote means so much. Your vote determines the way that Nigeria would go. Know this. So please use your vote right. We are in this place. Our president seems helpless, even as a one-time general. He seems helpless in combating insecurity. Our governors have been lovers, according to some of my panelists here, they will say they are lovers of Aso Rock much more than their people. Greed, wickedness has taken over the hearts into the entire being of these people. And now we are at their mercy. Remember during election time, all thanks to Peter Obi, Tinubu will probably have been somewhere frying akara with one woman, or somebody will go to go somewhere where you have privileged children and be eating with them, you know. But when they get into power, they completely disappear from the face of the earth. And then they use police to talk to us. They use political thugs to talk to us. Let's speak wisely. Let's choose wisely. Let's vote wisely. If you are yet to go out and pick your PVC, please take out time. It is very important. Take out time. INEC have been gracious enough for those that are working, you know, those that are working, you have the weekends to also go and pick up your PVC. All right. Thank you very much to everyone that has been on this broadcast with us today. Thank you very much. Fred says, Ima, I did Colorado. It is very cold. Yeah, now until March next year. It is not that bad though, because you are used to it, Fred. But okay, it is not that bad. I agree. Chuk says, President isn't helpless. Buhari is fueling the terrorism in Nigeria. No this and no peace. Bam, you have heard it from his mouth. All right, thank you very much, my amazing panelists. Thank you so very much for speaking to the good people of Nigeria. This is where you give your final submission. But you know, somebody has been asking a question, and I have the answer. I think would be the answer, and I hope that we are all in sync on this one. But a nice Fred Rim has been asking, so what is the way forward, you know, to end all these killings that's happening everywhere, to end this threat on the oncoming election, and how to have a better country, to end all of this menag, insecurity, everything going on right now? What is the way forward, Brother Nice?
The way forward is for Nigerians to be conscious of who they elect into power. That is the way forward. when people choose their leader because of tribalism, because of religion, I say this. I still repeat. This is the third time I repeated this right now. Our people, they are not conscious of what they are doing. These people, if you are choosing, these people, the person you choose into power determine your future, determine the future of the nation. You people need to be very conscious of who you elect into power. If you don't want to see chaos, if you don't want to see extreme poverty, you need to be conscious of who you elect into power. Don't elect people because of bag of gari that they give to you. Don't elect people because of the thousands of naira they give to you. Don't elect people because of your religion. Don't elect people because of politics. Don't elect people because of party. Don't elect people because of your brother or your friend. Elect somebody that is competent, somebody that you know he has the capacity to transform your life and transform the nation. That is the way forward, Nigerians. Be conscious of who you elect into power. Thank you so very much, Ms. Iman. God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria. Nigeria will be great again. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that submission. Mr. NCBD, let's have your submission, please.
Yes, thank you so much. Well, I think I will just end by saying, like Brother Knight said, don't elect people because of tribe, where they're coming from, and all that. Elect people that see the world the way you see it. Elect people based on ideology. And as it is right now, Peter Obi, we have to also make it clear because there's no mixing of word there. Peter Obi is the answer. He has said it clearly. And even while one of the reasons why he's not speaking so much about security is because he said that there are things that he will do with Dati that will end insecurity, but he cannot say everything because those people might re-strategize. So, and also talking about going from consumption to production and making sure that a lot of people that are being used, because as much as some of this insecurity might even be caused by some people from different countries or different areas, they capitalize on the poverty of the local people, and they kind of use that to make them, get into this criminal life. So elect people that will bring development to Nigeria, elect people that love the country, that want to see the country succeed, not people that are looking for their own, trying to build an empire or a dynasty for themselves. So it's not a tribal thing. If you're electing a president of your tribe, it's a different thing from electing someone that will govern the whole Nigeria. So I will just leave it at that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. NCVD, for your submission, and thank you for joining us on this broadcast. Your time with us is always appreciated. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Mr. Vine Maxwell, let's have your final submission. Thank you.
Thank you, system, and may God bless you for today. And I'll still commend you again that your address is spot on. You see, the only thing I will say right now is this: the reason why you have two laws now in operation in Nigeria is because of 1999 Constitution. The reason why alcoholic beverages are destroyed in the north, while they are sold in the south, and the money is VAT is taken to the center for everyone to share, is because of the 1999 Constitution. The 1999 Constitution is a fraud the army perpetrated on Nigerians. I was a member, and may God forgive me. That 1999 Constitution, irrespective of the civilians they brought in that time to fix, to organize and put out that constitution, it is, in my own opinion, strong opinion, a military decree penned constitution. And if you look at the caption there, it says, "We, the Nigerian people." I do not know the Nigerian people that gathered that said this is how we are going to live. And if Nigerian people ever gathered, they will not give much preference to Sharia in that constitution as it is today. If you want a very good sense society, you must declare a force majeure on that 1999 military decree 10 constitution. Without that, individuals and group that it favors will never allow you people that want the liberal to move forward in that country. Thank you, and God bless you.
All right, Mr. Vine Maxwell, thank you very much for your time on here. Thank you. Thank you for always. And thank you for your service to the country. God bless you. Thank you very much. All right, so the South also said that the way forward is to get your PVC and less vote Obidati into office. It's amazing to see that, we're all in sync on the way forward. Mr. Fred, I hope this is also, your thoughts on the way forward. And to every other person, let's try to hold on as much as we can, but also when it comes to the gubernatorial election, let's also be interested. When it comes to the local government, let us be very, very interested. Let us be very, all of this is supposed to be an eye opener. Now, when you ask somebody, what's the name of your local government, they don't know. Council, they don't know. Now we should know. We should really, 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 really know. You should know. You should know. We all should know. We should be interested. We should dig deep. What is history? Let us go and verify. Before we install you, before we pick you, we are going to verify what you have done and where you are coming from. Not just appear from our front with whatever, wherever you are coming from. We need to be sure what you have been doing. And thankfully, thankfully, we are all still alive to remember history. And I hope that we would not play ourselves the way we did in 2014. I really, really hope we won't play ourselves, because history has always been there. And we allowed it to just I don't know for whatever reason we allowed it to just we didn't put it to use. I hope we put history to use going forward on every I hope we put history to use on every position that we are giving to these people going forward. All right, Mr. Machiavelli, I'm sure you really want to say something to us, so let's have your submission.
Thank
Thank
you
you for
very
being
much.
here.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mrs. Emma, for giving me this little opportunity to say something. And I just heard what you were saying. I've been watching because I've been off for a bit because I'm trying to enjoy with my family. First of all, I couldn't help in trying to say something regarding to what you've said so far. First of all, let me greet my great panelists, my fellow brothers and sisters who are there contributing. Thank you for what you guys have been doing to educate Nigerians instead of, taking the indoctrination that these people has given us for decades. And also to the viewers who are so concerned about how the Nigeria state is right now. Thank you so much for joining us from north and south of the continent. And also, please don't endeavor to please share and like and also subscribe, because right now, Nigeria needs you. You see what you just said, Ima, about the gubernatorial, the senatorial, the local government chairman, and also. I have said it over and over again on this channel that it is not the presidency we should be targeting. We should be targeting all positions in Nigeria. Because right now, the reason why you don't know your councillor or your who is a senator representing your district or a house representative or anywhere, you don't know them, local government chairman or councillor, you don't know them, it's because of the disinformation. The Nigerian state right now, they don't want you to know anything. Look at the media is being silent. This is one of the issues we want. I urge Nigeria Watch to pick on Thursday on the chat. Why is the media being silent? Why are they using the tool to silence these people from giving information to the Nigerian public? They criticize you, you go after them. Anytime, look at in my state, in Edo State, I can guarantee you that some of this district or this constituent does not know who represent them. Everybody shouts because we want to focus on whoever is there. It is wrong, because in every constituency, there's somebody representing you. So this is why we all must be ready to take the bull by the horn and make sure we deliver for the people. Hold them accountable. If it's the councillor, if it's the House of Representatives, if it's the senatorial, we want to know them. And meanwhile, Nigerians should be aware why you are also electing presidential position. So also the Senate and the House of Rep is also going on. And mind you, these same people you are trying to remove from the system are the people vying for the position. So we must be ready, just as this is why the likes of Adams Oshomole and the rest they are trying to queue on their principle, because they believe this is how they can creep back into the leadership ladder. But their indoctrination is not going to work, because now that the media is there, this is the only tool they have not silenced ever since. There's no toggery, there's nothing like that. They cannot use that. But Nigerians must know, in giving back the dividends of democracy, you must hold these people accountable, because they are the people who are the key Like I told you, Obi's president, if Obi becomes president today, it doesn't mean that the fight is over, because those in the House of Representatives and the House of Senate are the people that is going to be blocking whatever Obi plan is. So for you to ensure that a smooth dividend of democracy is given to the people, we must not elect this kind of people in power. So we must bring out a tool, a machinery through which the will of the state can be formulated and give back that same dividend we have been vying for, and make sure that our ministries are working fine, because the ministry is what holds the government. So please, my brothers and sisters, this is not a cock and bull story. This is a fact. We must go back to our drawing board and get back our pen and paper to draw what we want, like from 2023 above, because Nigerian state right now, we need help. And everybody, I want to appeal again, brothers and sisters around the globe, if you have what it takes to make sure Nigeria is better, please don't hide yourself. You can join us on the chat. You can contribute to us. You can also join this, because this is the channel of the people. It is the truth. The other social media can be talking something, but you don't know. But underneath, there is the word we call indoctrination, because they are trying to feed you with wrong information. But here we give it the way it is. Please, my brothers and sisters, let us join together to fight for this thing. It is our land. It is not these people, because they have chosen to be oligarchs, so that the democracy that is supposed to be for the people will not be an oligocracy, the government of the elite. Please let us take back our democracy and ensure that those who have suffered enough can be given back their share, because the national cake belongs to them. Thank you for listening to me, and thank you once, Nigeria Watch, for all you have done. Please let us discuss this media thing, because it's very, very much a challenge right now. Let's have it on our chat. Let everybody contribute, so that the Nigerian government should know it is our fundamental right to express our opinion. Thank you, and may God bless you all.
Yeah,
But
Machiavelli.
nice, I see that.
Yeah, Machiavelli. I just want to say, yeah, I align with what you said. Yeah, it's true. You know, all those local government, governorship, all of them, we need to be very, very vigilant, and we need to participate in all those areas. We don't need to focus on presidency alone. Yeah, what you said, I align with you. What you said, you know. So that is the fault. That is where we always get it wrong sometimes. All of us, we always focus on the big seats. We don't look into all those our local government area and all those places where these people, those cabals still hide to hold our state hostage. You know, so there are a lot of cabal we need to. It's not going to be easy. If Peter Obi become the president of Nigeria tomorrow, all those local government, we still need to look into all those areas. We need to make sure that we have vibrant people in all those areas that can make things work. You know, so
Yeah,
you have a lot of
sorry,
questions.
Mrs. Ima, like what he's saying, like what Brother Nines is saying. Brother Nines, you're correct. If you notice, when I first came, I told you that the foundation is wrong. These are the foundation. But another foundation that is going to be wrong, if we are not careful, is the foundation of the people not coming together. Because the way now Nigerians are now politically correct, that is what is the fear of these cabals, because they know now, because those lies they are telling you is no more. Because when they tell the lie today, tomorrow you are going to bring it and tell them, oh, you said so yesterday, this is what it is now. So the only important thing we should do now is Nigerians to come together. Let's involve in this political process. It is whether you are getting into the politics, you are joining any political party, or you are also participating in making sure that you hold these people accountable. Why? Because we and you, we are talking right now, we live in different countries of the world, different planets of the world. Now, we are all having one goal of liberating Nigeria with the resources we have. When we mean by resources, it's not everything is not money. what you and I are contributing right now is another healing process for the Nigerian state. So we all need each other, and we need your opinions on how to tackle issues and how to go back to the drawing board to ensure that the democracy they said is a government of the people is giving back to the people. That is just the reality. Thank you.
Machiavelli,
All right.
are you in
Thank you,
Nigeria?
man.
Oh, you
Machiavelli,
want, what did you say?
are you in Nigeria?
Like I told you, I am a Plutorian second, I am a Nigerian first. It doesn't mean I have to live in Nigeria to understand what the system is. Wherever I
No,
am,
it's
I
not
am a
what I mean.
Nigerian.
It's not what
Okay.
I mean. What I mean is that you have not been coming off
All
before.
Oh,
So I was thinking maybe you traveled to Nigeria.
right, gentlemen. All
well,
right,
I've been enjoying my family. I've been enjoying
gentlemen.
some things with my family. Thank you
Okay.
All
very
right,
much, brother.
gentlemen. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow again. Stay well. Follow all of our programs. Until then, stay well, stay safe, and bye for now.